Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to another exciting installment of Darkness in Dublin. This evening's scene will take place in the Mage hangout known as Agrabah Nights, the Teftani Club. Two individuals who may or may not, who've probably never met one another, are sitting enjoying a meal at different tables at other ends of the restaurant establishment. It is an ordinary evening. They are given whatever they desire to eat and or drink, and are simply enjoying the ambiance, soaking in this evening's resonances, as it were, until such time as above you a large circular whirlpool-like effect will rend through the air. It's rather disconcerting to look at. It appears to be made of black. It appears to be a black swirling miasma, as a handful of people, some of which are now unconscious, owing to the fact that they're not here, will be dumped unceremoniously about 10 feet vertically onto the floor and tables. So I will let the two individuals who are here and conscious for this act as they will. The individual who dumped them is not yet here. He will be arriving shortly. And go.
Where are we again? I just got back.
Agrabah Nights.
Thank you.
What the hell?
Oh, this doesn't look good.
Alec reaches into his pocket, pulls out a very, very old pair of glasses, reading glasses, and slides them on his nose, and stands up, heads over to the first body.
So Winray hits the ground like a sack of wet potatoes with a very visceral thunk and the sound of cracking plastic and glass.
Ooh. Hardware damage.
And there's some swearing in Korean.
There's going to be
at which point the said sack of potatoes is going to roll over and kind of like sit himself up.
And Alec will offer him a hand up.
He's gonna bat the hand away and just look over and go, standing's not gonna be a thing I'm doing for a little bit.
Okay, I don't have medicine, but I'm checking to make sure everyone's intact. I'm guessing the answer is a boy howdy no.
So Winray has no physical wounds, although he is missing his where is it?
I think it was his left arm or his left leg.
Left leg from mid-thigh down, like it was never there. Just he's got pants, and it's just kind of flapping there.
Hey, Evan.
Evan's not there.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I thought he was just okay. In that case, I'll let him know when he gets back. I don't have medicine on this character, but like I said, he's going to try and make sure people can sit up. Probably try and fetch help from the wait staff. He's also sending a message to Iscariot in his head. What happened? Okay. Yeah, he sent a message to Iscariot in his head, basically like, all the taglines describing the situation, like "oh shit," possibly with a momentary video clip.
Okay, cool. Continue on.
Is it safe to say that the friendly waiting staff here at Agrabah Nights will help get them in place and make sure they're not
and they will move the unconscious ones and make them comfortable, and those that are conscious, for example, Winray, who's missing a leg, they will sit him up on a chair, and Zach, who looks pissed as all hell, they will provide him tea.
He's got two eggs, so he's not doing too well either.
So when they go to move him to a chair, he is going to very politely refuse and ask for the nice comfy cushions, because comfy.
You will be provided with a cushion.
Yay. And hummus, because hummus makes everything better.
They will agree and bring you hummus. It is about this time the Gravedigger will physically float from the hole in the ceiling. That's interesting. I really intended to put the portal in about, I don't know, not as high as this.
Yeah, the landing was a little rough, and I think I cracked my watch.
My bad.
Yeah, it was a little higher. I was expecting forward, not down. Although my tuck and roll skills, looks at left leg, are a little limited at the moment.
Uh-huh. Right, yeah then. Oh. Okie dokie then. Oh, hello people.
Hello.
Greetings.
Right. So, I'm going to go and inform His Grand High Holiness what's just happened and the fact that you were all fucked up 10 ways to Sunday.
That would be an appropriate statement, looking at the other people missing various limbs and new Dr. Bob. Or Matt. I haven't decided yet.
Well, do you think you could debrief the rest of us?
I'll leave that to them.
That was directed at Windrake. He heard Gravedigger say he was leaving.
Yeah, Gravedigger will tip his top hat and he'll make his way out the front door.
So we stopped the super weapon. We killed the director. Well, rather, Rory killed the director. Points to Rory.
Good for Rory. Who's Rory?
Oh, Rory's not here.
Oh, that's
Remember,
right. That's right. Rory didn't take the portal.
In that case, he'll just say, good for Rory. Who's Rory?
Hermetic.
Okay. And,
Lost
super weapon?
an arm. Oh, a super weapon that was designed to destroy anything that didn't fit within a technocratic paradigm. Within a nationwide radius.
I didn't know it was quite that wide, but either way, you've most likely directly saved both of our lives and quite a few others in the city. So
I will point out for posterity, it wasn't nationwide. It was just wide enough to encompass most of the city.
Shush. That's the story I'm telling.
That's fine.
They weren't there. They don't know.
I do.
So, nationwide, big ol' radial ball of kill anything that doesn't fit within a technocratic paradigm, which was a really impressive static reality generator. And, ooh boy, I got some of those plans. It's a hot mess, but good old chance to fight fire with fire at some point. But, oh man, it was glorious. But, yeah, no, we were, there was that. Is Silverclaw here? Or Silvermane?
Who?
Evan.
I don't know.
He did not catch the portal.
Okay. Looks around. Yeah. Stopped the death engine. Killed the director. Rory threw the skull/helmet of dead director inside the death engine, and he kind of looks at his left leg and waggles the pant leg back and forth. I had one of these. I don't have one. And
actually, you had two. It looks like you only have one now.
Well, no, I had one left one. I don't have a left one anymore. And then we've got Dr. Matt. Points over at the newly awakened doctor who's missing both his legs. And then there's other half of Team Stealth Ireland who's missing his, oddly enough, right leg. And then points to Who else is missing limbs?
Is Zach?
I don't think Zach was missing limbs.
Mm-mm. Zach only took 2 egg.
Right. Oh, Rory is missing a limb. I think it's an arm. Pretty sure it's an arm.
So between 3 of you, you've got 1 set of functional legs now.
I think somebody else is missing some other things. It may have been a liver? Maybe a kidney. I don't know. They were starting to look yellow. Jaundice was setting in, and it was really, really bad. But good news is, super weapon destroyed. All mages safe.
That's a
And he
good
just
thing.
kind of like does this half-ass, wry grin that conveys the I am horribly traumatized, but absolutely happy to be alive.
Well, thank you for stopping it.
The holy fuck mistake is going on here.
Recovery from a shit show.
The fuck? Sorry, the doors will close behind D'Onofrio at this moment. And she says, "Why did I get a gloating fucking text message from that ignorant shitbag gravedigger saying that I better get down here in order to deal with the trauma ward? The fuck happened?"
We stopped the technocratic super weapon and killed the director. We threw her skull into a magic blender, and it blew us all to hell and back.
And there was no we in this.
Rory
We had decided to run.
Rory threw the skull of the director that was the recently dead with her Primian laced skull armor into the energetic center of a blender that was designed to kill us all.
I'm sorry. What?
Mm-hmm. And then he made promises that
We'll get that to that in a second. So the Union and the director had a static reality field generator that is bigger than anything I have ever seen. Required the power of 4 of the turbines from the Shenandoah or the power plant over yonder. And it was designed to not only create a huge static reality bubble, but kill anything that wasn't a part of the associated static reality paradigm.
That's ingenious and terrifying all at once.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely terrifying to behold. Big, gigantic Doom Donut. We'll call it the Doom Donut. The director was there. Director got killed. And we broke the machine. Well, before it detonated, we were running away. Rory decided to behead the director. Yay, Lady Hitler's dead.
That's disgusting.
Ding dong, the bitch is dead. I'm happy for that.
Decapitating a corpse is still somewhat distasteful.
Not gonna disagree. But
what about a helmet?
What?
What about a helmet?
So decapitated the director, helmet still on the head, threw it into the Doom Donut, where a whole bunch of primal energy units were gathering to release the static reality murder field.
This might sound like a random question, but can I get a mage lord to have any comprehension of what kind of shit they're talking about? I do have Prime Sphere.
You don't really need it. I mean, he hasn't said anything that's outwardly confusing.
Okay.
You'll see D'Onofrio put her fingers to her temples and start to ever so slightly stroke them. So, wait. Did you tell him to do this?
I didn't tell him a damn thing.
And did somebody tell him to do this?
No one told him to do anything. We thought, or at least I thought, we had decided as a group to run away and hopefully escape the blast. He decided to run back, throw the head in, and then promptly outrun us all. Some of us were not able to run as fast, and
He's quick.
we suffered quite a damaging blow. Many people have lost limbs.
He also lost some limb. He lost a limb singular.
At least
I lost
five
a
of
limb.
yours. 5 of yours, 1 of his, and a kidney, I believe.
Somebody was
What?
looking a little jaundiced, so I don't know if that was just...
Right.
So after he threw the skull, or the head with the armor, which I'm pretty sure was premium laced, into the static reality doom field, it blew up the device. So the device is gone, but the energy exploded unstably, as opposed to stably completing its circuit and running its course.
Right.
And then Doom Donut exploded, and some of us have some terrible consequences. At which point he grabs his the pant leg from his left leg and just kind of flops it around.
Shit. Yes, hang on. She raises her hands to her eyes, and she makes an odd symbol with her hands, and she says a word in a language I don't think anyone here... Actually, wait. Can Belmont speak Enochian?
Yes.
She says the Enochian word for truth. And her eyes flash green for a moment.
Not like we were lying, but okay.
Well, no, she's looking at your... she's looking at the damage that was done.
Yeah.
Oh dear. It's not that your legs are gone, it's that they're not there anymore.
Oh, I'm aware.
Who told you?
I know what happens when codes get rewritten.
Yeah.
My code was never there.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing is that I don't... I did something for someone else. Wait, what was this about promises?
Oh, that I'm gonna let Padre speak on that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yes. When all of us were rightfully getting upset at him, he began making promises that he knew someone who would be able to repair all of those who had lost a limb.
Very casually, D'Onofrio punches the wall and puts a huge crack in the wall. I did something for one person once who was bleeding out, and there was nothing else I could do. I'm not able to do this. I copied the pattern in that case, but this is different. His pattern had jagged edges that I could stitch to. With yours, it's gone. This is beyond my skill to do anything with. Fucking ignorant child. She actually kicks a table over at this point. The waiting staff just kind of, appear to be in the mood of, yes, we'll let the Master Mage have a hissy fit.
Good call, waiting staff.
Yeah, Alec is just sitting in a corner being quiet at this moment.
Fuck! Sorry, you'll see her hair, which is this really pretty white, start to flick with fire. See, when Liam was around, Liam used to calm her down.
Yeah. Nobody makes mom. There's nobody to bring mom chocolates and make her happy again.
Right,
Zach,
okay.
Zach will kind of, he will stand up and look at her and say, perhaps it is. I don't wish to say to calm down because that never really works. But I will be honest, all of us are hurt. All of us are rather angry.
The problem is that none of us, I don't even think, fuck. What you need is really, really advanced stuff.
He nods his head and says, We understand.
No, you don't. You don't. So, okay. He'll point at Winry. Do you see the fact that his leg is gone? You can see that, yeah?
He flops around the pant leg.
Father, what you can't see, and what I'm seeing very well at the moment, is the fact that there are chunks missing out of you. They might be as obvious, but because they're not there anymore, they can never heal.
And speaking to me as if I am a child will not fix that either.
Yes, but the problem is that I don't know who can fix it.
Have you
Evan?
considered...
Sorry, Ian, what were you saying?
I was just wondering, Alex been around for a while. Would he happen to have anybody in his Rolodex? Yes, his ancient Rolodex that might actually have because he wants to be helpful because he's new here.
You know something? I will give you an intelligence mage lore difficulty 8, but there is something.
I am going to spend a.
Sorry, what were you saying, Phil?
I was actually going with a slightly different tack on that, but could I get the same roll?
What way are you looking at it from? Because, Alec is a historian, and the thing that's there's something historically here.
Oh no, he's not looking from that. There are two things he's thinking of. One, he's trying to think of if he knows any mages in the city who would even be close to this level of ability. Two, he's also checking the virtual adept Rolodex in his head, basically to try and find anyone who has the skill set, whether they're local or not, who might be able to craft decent prosthetics that can serve temporarily.
All right, I'll let you make the mage lore.
Okay. Diff in this case?
Just waiting for Discord to...
Same diff, difficulty 8.
We'll do.
Yeah, do you want me to roll it for you, Ian?
I'm almost there. Where are we rolling?
Discord in our rolls room.
2 successes on my end.
Oh, there we are.
Damn those ones.
I know.
I got 1 success.
Well, actually, with the one there, you got 0 successes.
I said I spent a willpower.
Oh, okay.
No, okay. Well, I can tell you both is the issue that you're bumping up into is no. There's no one really in the city who from what you know, commonly speaking, the Archbishop was not really a huge life practitioner, and he would be the only person who might, but no, there's no one around who really has that mastery of life.
What about outside of Ireland?
Outside of Ireland, probably, but then again, that's outside of the country.
Can he come up with a name that maybe somebody can get him here to help with if they so wish?
Leave it with me.
Okay.
So she will. You'll see her start to calm down as the breathing kicks in, basically, and she'll say, "All right, Father. I'm sorry for losing my shit."
Mm. If it's a little too difficult, how would I phrase this? I'm not very familiar with, as you put it, life and medicine and so on. However, I've known a few people in my time who had, shall we say, missing limbs, and they weren't able to get them easily repaired. Have would he looks over at a win rate? Perhaps in your case, if you do not find an alternative in the near future, a prosthetic?
You misunderstand me. Sorry, I don't know who are you?
Eric, sorry, he'll just say Eric Eldred.
Tradition.
Virtual Lab.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
The issue that we're having here is the fact that, okay, let me explain this. In order to latch on something from how Theseus has explained it to me, like a magical prosthesis, you need to have essentially it becomes part of your pattern, replacing something else that's on your pattern, if you understand me.
Oh, I'm well aware of what he's talking about. Winrate will turn around and lift up the back of his head, revealing several data ports.
Yeah, no. I get that. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying that you were able to receive those because they altered the pattern that you had that actually existed. You following me?
Essentially, what you're saying is this would be less like repairing a lost limb and more like trying to grow a third arm.
In a manner of speaking, we need to get. Basically, if you want to get something that's made of like clockwork and oogly bits, that's entirely fine. But we need to find someone who can make it so who can regenerate your pattern to the point that one can be stuck on. Unless you'd like a leg that comes out of unless you'd like them to alter it in such a way that your leg comes out of your, I don't know, upper thigh and goes at a really weird angle. Because that's also rewriting your pattern, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just trying to think.
Well, in the short term, for the folks with legs, we could go with a mundane prosthesis.
Few people that can do that with patterns. I'm trying to think of any, but
he's saying non-magical in this case.
Yes.
Like Winrate could get a mundane, normal prosthetic that would actually make it easier for him to walk.
Peg legs on the list.
Exactly. We don't have to go high tech.
I've already been scanning cheap leg prosthesis on the internet since I can function.
At this moment in time, doors will open, and with much less grandiose swearing than D'Onofrier, the bishop will enter. Now then, it would seem as though I was summoned in order to deal with something that is quite serious. Ah, it is good to see you again, Mr. Elder.
You as well, Father? Or wait, is Father the appropriate term in his case? No.
Oh, shit, what is it? It's Your Grace.
Insert Your Grace, then, yeah.
That's fine. He's going to walk up, and he's going to look Father Belmont up and down, and he's going to say, "These heroics are going to lead to your end, Father, you know."
He just nods his head and says, "At least hopefully they will do some good then."
Yes. I'm led to understand from what Mr. Gravedigger has been able to tell me between the bouts of laughter, he is a peculiar man, that you were able to end the threat posed by Catherine Zen.
Indeed.
However, I am disturbed. What I'm led to understand that not only did Master Rory defile the director's corpse, but endangered directly all of your lives via some kind of wanton wish to desecrate her remains.
He just nods.
For the record, hi, Zach. How you doing?
I hate when you fucking say that.
Zach,
Oh,
do you want
boy.
to roll me intelligence theology? Because I'm not sure if Kim knows this out of character.
I'm pretty sure I get where you're coming from, but I'm gonna roll just to make sure.
Okay, cool.
That would have been very sad if I had rolled in that room.
Why is your name on Discord? It's Brittany, bitch.
Because it's Brittany, bitch. Does my specialty in comparative religion apply?
Not really. You're not really comparing one religion to another.
Okay, that's still 7 successes then.
Out of character, I'm not treating Kim as being silly or dumb, but you know this is weird Catholic lore. Did you know that Catholics hate the concept of bodies being defiled?
Yes.
Okay, it's all to do with the body. You know, at the end of Judgment Day, we're all meant to return to our bodies,
Mm-hmm.
and desecrating a corpse is like a huge no-no.
Mm-hmm.
So the Archbishop is very perturbed, is the phrase I will use. He will say, I just returned from a conclave of the Curia in Rome in order to deal with current matters involving the Templars and certain persecutions within our order in order to deal with this. This was not what I was expecting. So, I have a question. Why is it that Master Rory decided it would be in the best interests of all in order to do this? There must have been some semblance of reasoning.
Rory really hated the director. One. Two. Destroying the director had armor laced with premium, and in order to destroy the device, which was going to kill everybody, decided to throw it into the device. Any other reason beyond that, you would have to ask. You would have to ask him.
Yes.
Why is he not here? Did you
That
not
is-
have come through?
That is an excellent question.
He could still walk. Winrate shrugs.
I believe he said something along the lines of he didn't feel safe around us, or something of that sort, so he would stay in the previously technocracy-controlled generator, or turbine generator, yes, whatever, instead of coming with us, because several of us made comments about how we were going to
Beat the tar out of him?
pretty much.
I mean, Lottie did essentially say throw him under a bus. Literally. like under an
It's-
actual physical bus.
These individuals were caused great pain. I can understand their immediate, do forgive the phrase, but it is the only one I know in English, knee-jerk reaction. However, we of course always live in the hope that individuals will turn the other cheek. So, let's see. This is very serious. If Master Rory wantonly and with malice aforethought placed you in danger, then that's something that needs to be evaluated. Is that what you are telling me?
He'll look over at Padre and then look back at the Archbishop. I don't think it was malice towards us. I think it was venting frustration, anger, knee-jerk.
If you were directly harmed, as I see you have been via his
I would say it was careless. I wouldn't say it was malice directed at those present, except for the director.
what do you say, Father Belmont?
I'm unsure on that case.
I see. I will have to speak to the others in that case when they regain consciousness. Because if they wish to make a formal case, it is their right. This is unfortunately very serious. You could have all been killed on the heels of such a victory. It is not what heroes deserve. Then now raises the question as to the injuries that you have suffered, and unfortunately there is nothing I can do about them. They are beyond even my skill to heal. I went and mastered other arts, unfortunately. However, there is someone in the city who can.
He will raise an eyebrow.
Yes. It is interesting. I have been in this city for 176 years, and in the entire time that I have been here, I have only ever had to speak to this individual twice. All right. If you will take my hand, in that case, Mr. Winray, he will extend his hand.
He will extend his right hand.
He will basically help you to your feet or your foot.
We'll start with the right hand and realize that puts him off balance, and then we'll go to the left hand so he can counterbalance and then stand up.
Excellent. We have a plan.
So
He really doesn't understand how time travel works.
the Archbishop.
No, Sam.
Ah.
He doesn't understand how actual time travel works. All right.
So
Basically, the Archbishop will support your weight as he basically drapes your arm over his back, and he'll say, "May I ask the rest of you to do me a service and help me move these individuals who are not capable of doing so?"
Alec will stand up and go to help one of the injured. Good to see you again, by the way, sir.
Thank you. When did you arrive back in the city, Mr. Alec?
It's been within the month. I've been trying to get in contact with people who I should be getting in contact with, but I've been having some difficulties. But judging by what I've seen happen here, that makes sense.
Indeed. Mr. Elder, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can you please key into your phone, if you would not mind, or however you tabulate these things, the GPS coordinates for the Dublin City Botanical Gardens, please?
Certainly. He'll step towards you both and thinks for a minute. And he goes, all right, this should work. Puts his foot on the floor, like he's feeling around. Actually, under one of the nearby rugs. Pulls up the rug, and there's a stairway leading down.
Love that. Love that ability. All right. All right, boys and girls. You will walk down a flight of stairs. It is very short, only about 9 or 10 steps before you turn a corner, and a doorway will be before you. The Archbishop will open the doorway, and you will leave through a janitor's closet in the Dublin Botanical Gardens. I fucking love that ability.
I know, right?
So you are standing in the midst of the Botanical Gardens, in front of a huge tree. This tree is ancient. It looms over you with a majestic presence. The Archbishop will walk forward, and with Winray still supported on his, with Winray's weight still supported on his shoulders, he will speak a word in Old Gaelic, that language of mystery, the language of the Druid, the language now long forgotten by time. And you will hear a creaking and a cracking noise you'll hear a creaking and a cracking noise as it is that the bark of the oak tree snaps down the middle, crack, 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 crack. A fissure running along at a deep fissure until there is a hole large enough for you to comfortably walk through. He will then casually step back and he will say, Father Belmont, if you would kindly take Mr. Winray inside.
He will nod and kind of motion to. Well, he'll just kind of help run rate. There we go.
He will not resist. He will take all the help he can get.
Right. He will say, I will need to send the rest in by themselves in order to meet this person. He is somewhat finicky when it comes to being approached by large groups. Simply be honest. He contemplates his next words. Benevolent and terrible as the storm. And because he will give Eric and he will give Alec, two of the other unconscious people, to help bring into the hollow so they're not left out.
He will do his best to help them in.
Okay. As you enter into the hollow, you are surrounded by the smell of fresh flowers. It is that smell of summer, that smell of whiling away the afternoon with your friends down by the river, the smell of adventure, the smell of possibilities. This place is so much larger than it should be. Yes, the tree was vast, but inside it, you cannot see the walls, you cannot see the ceiling, you cannot see the floor. You merely see the infinite space all around you as if you are surrounded by darkness, until such time as two lanterns appear in front of you. 2 lanterns that swing on the end of chains. And walking behind them, holding the lanterns, one in each hand, you see this gentleman, this individual, make his way towards you. For the record, for Alec, you now remember that you somehow remember that there was an incredibly ancient Rabina that may have lived in Dublin at one point, but no one knew where. So you mentally kind of put 2 and 2 together.
Okay, do I have a name?
No, not really. Just that he is very old.
Okay. Have I run into him before?
Oh God, no.
Okay, fair enough.
Don't leave.
He will make his way towards you all with a lantern in each hand that casts light upon you all, and he will say, "Question: do any of you speak Irish?"
I am fluent in Google Translate.
There is, I will point out, Winray, there is categorically 110% no internet signal here.
That's terrifying.
I know
Zach.
Hmm?
Zach speaks Irish.
He will look at you all and he will say, "You're getting what he's saying, Kim, but it's really like you're having to like turn the words over in your head. You're guessing that he's speaking a very old version of the dialect, if that makes sense."
Yep.
He'll say, "Niel tare, ni nal malisakamba, nal shehedara balgadi andechas, shenshima achtuch, nen zetanama, nan tete shamagan, nan zete ich mama kalkamilish." Which translates to, "I ponder, yes, maybe. I wonder, maybe it is perhaps. Why is it that I am given? Why is it that I am sent the broken?" Yeah, for the record, Kim, did you not know that Lord of the Rings Elvish was basically written as a combination of Gaelic, aka Irish, and Finnish?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard rumors that it was Welsh instead, but yeah.
Welsh is a really fucking weird language. Anyway, moving on.
Fucking Welsh.
God dang Welsh.
Them Welshy people.
Not even a country.
You leave them alone in their little Cardiff.
Their little Cardiff?
Yes. Yeah, Cardiff, Wales, dude. I was too busy laughing at that little thing. What did he say again?
He said,
Why is he always sent the broken?
yeah, what? No, why has he been sent the broken?
Zach will just kind of reply as best he can. And say, Archbishop Calvernay believed that you might be able to help us.
He will say, "You come from a world of wheels, a world of glass. Have you forgotten that blood must be spilled? Have you forgotten the old ways?"
Is he still speaking in Irish
Yep.
or Gaelic or whichever it is? Okay.
He doesn't stop unless I specifically say he changes languages.
All right. So using my glasses as a focus, I'm going to do that translate languages mind.
I will give you, okay, because Evan is a nice and merciful god.
We in his house don't do that.
Yeah, I was about to say, can we not be throwing magic around in this Verbena's place that was just said to be like low-key kind of fucking mean and crazy?
Okay.
I mean, Solon, you've encountered him. Is he mean or crazy?
No, but he also tolerates absolutely no fuck-ups.
You're not wrong.
Okay, never mind then.
Because there's that big whole thing. Oh, when you go over to other people's houses, you don't do like random shit and go digging through their stuff, and that's kind of the same way with magic.
Yeah. By the way, character is saying absolutely nothing unless directly addressed, standing at the back of the room, just like, I'm here as a chauffeur. Not my business.
That's fine. He asked Zach a question.
Yep. Zach will just he will kind of incline his head slightly as a kind of sorry bow kind of deal, and he will go, unfortunately, I did not know that. I am not as well versed in the old ways as I should be. But whatever cost that there is to pay, I will gladly do so. Paid, not paid.
He will now switch to English. And he will say, a cost. In all honesty, cost is irrelevant. Price is irrelevant. These are not the concepts that you must embrace. No. Does summer not die so that winter may begin? It is the flow of one to the next. There is no trade. There is no tit for tat. There is inevitability. He appears to be waiting for something.
Can I roll like enigmas on that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got one out of that.
Yeah, you can roll.
What did he say? Sorry.
Yeah, you can roll enigmas.
No, I think he meant what did the NPC say?
Okay, that was really long. He basically said how price and payment and trade were irrelevant, that there was only the inevitability that one thing must flow to the next.
Yeah,
Okay,
so if
one
I'm
second.
getting that right, that was a whole pretty much like, so who's going to give up their legs and their arms?
No, not at all.
Fair enough.
Intelligence plus enigmas. Does scholarly come into effect?
Holy
Yes.
fuck. My rolls have been on fucking point today. Get it.
Would creative apply to this since it's a little convoluted?
Yeah, you're trying to come up with a creative thought. I'll give it to you.
Okay, what's the diff again?
Standard.
Thank you.
So intelligence and enigmas.
Holy Jesus!
Alec has 5 successes.
I got 4.
Okay.
And
5, 4.
Zach has 6.
Jesus, we all kinds of thinking today.
Misa's.
Somebody's got 2 fucking ones.
All right, so pretty much, what he's saying is, what will be will be. It is fated to be, so it will happen. It is not fated to be, so it will not happen. There is no idea of trade. People shed blood because they know that the blood needs to be shed in order for tomorrow to come, not because they consider it to be a price for something. If you are going to be healed, you will be healed, because that is what fate decrees.
May one shed blood on behalf of another.
I have no time for blood today. He will contemplate, thinking for a moment, and he will say, however, yes. What day is it beyond my hollow?
Sunday.
Nah, you get the idea. He means the date.
March
Oh.
25th.
2018.
I see. He will walk forward very slowly. His lanterns he attaches to the plant-like growths that jut from his shoulders. You get the distinct impression that under the hood he has a long, flowing silver beard. That's about the only feature you can make out under the hood. And he says, I will do what it is you request, because these are broken soldiers who fought in a battle. I see the marks upon them. I see the anger and I see the pain. Yes. However, there is something I want in exchange.
And what might that be?
It is simple. He will withdraw from inside his sleeve a simple vial of an empty crystal container inscribed with dozens of runes. And he will say, where it was the high kings were crowned, where it was their seat enthroned, beneath it, lost and hidden away, the secret lake beneath the hill, where it is the dreamer's dream, where it is she hides away. I simply want you to fill this with water and return it to me here.
Can I roll academics on that?
Yes. Anyone can roll academics on that if they want to.
Difficulty level?
7.
Oh no.
Why, oh no, Kim?
I know what he's talking about.
Creative won't apply, will it?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 successes on that.
Okay. And creative won't really apply, no.
And 4.
4. Kim?
Zach only got 2, but I oh fuck no.
Alright. Irish High
Got
Kings
4.
were crowned. Okay, for those of you who got any successes at all, because it's actually pretty basic Irish history. Irish kings were crowned at Tara, the High King's seat, which is actually not that far from where I live in real life.
Neat.
Yes. There's something else about Tara that Kim knows.
Yeah.
Hey, Kim. Welcome to Crossover.
I love you.
Tara, interestingly enough, is also, I will point out from a changeling perspective, Tara, interestingly enough, out of character, is also the vacant castle of the High King.
Jesus.
Oh, god damn it.
The changeling Ardree.
There hasn't been one of those in like forever. But
there's still a freehold there.
Yep. And who knows what kind of fucking shenanigans and Chimerian fucking fine. Fucking. At least these guys can unleash their problems away.
No, you're not wrong. And he will say, do we have an accord?
We get the water from the lake, we put it in the vial, we come back with it. You fix us?
I will fix you. Now, before you leave, on your solemn oath that you shall do this before the moon turns.
Evan had a character
Is
question.
it before the moon goes dark, or the moon shifts phases?
Basically, it means you have basically a month.
Okay.
Okay, so not the end of this month, the end of the next month then.
Correct.
Because I was going to say yeah. Alec will look around and he's like,
He will look left, look right. Look at Padre.
I don't really want to say yes on Zach's part because I might have to run freehold shenanigans, so Zach wouldn't be there.
He can be there. It's a situation of if you have to do a thing, because this is part of a new thing, this is part of a new overarching thing I'm doing that we'll talk about after the scene. You can say yes and he'll be there. He'll just be slightly grey and won't do anything.
Yeah, Zach will just nod his head.
Well, looks like it's time to order up some water delivery.
Alec's not in agreement.
So I'm thinking I just have to enter this. But in that case, all right. He will extend his hands, and you will hear the sound that sounds like the world bones, the very fabric move and shift and grate and grind. You feel elements of yourselves, all of you, in fact, not just those of you who are, not just those of you who are, not just those of you who are, not just those of you who are injured. You all feel the shifting change. You all feel the vital forces flow through you. He starts to incant words so ancient that they almost sound primordial in their nature, in a voice deeper than should be possible, resonating like the stone. Dara. You feel energy wash over you. You all feel better than you have ever felt in years. As a matter of fact, I was going to say this only really affects one person in the room. Hey, Solon.
Yes.
Your aging is permanently decreased by 1 bracket.
Do I get to pick which stat I get back?
Yes.
Sweet.
You literally, all of you feel younger, stronger. You feel re-energized. You feel the blazing power and potential of life inside your veins. It is a glorious feeling, almost like waking up from a long slumber.
I can feel it rising up within me like the sap in springtime.
You will then find yourselves outside of the tree. All of your limbs regrown, even your injuries, the things that should not have been healable, were healed. And you are filled with a sense of purpose and a sense of the coming of the dawn. Winray, you can wiggle your toes again.
Yay! Boo! Yay! Boo! Yay!
If you want a cybernetic limb, they can still chop off your leg.
No, I won't go through that trouble. I'll wait till a dragon eats it.
I mean, myself and Tim have to have a talk about a specific dragon that might or might not be in a specific place.
Oh no. I already have plans. I'm pissed. This is gonna be a very it's gonna be a freehold, alright.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. All right, guys. That is going to be the end of our scene. So thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene in Darkness in Dublin. I will put a note in the Facebook chat that says that all of those who attended this little meeting will wake up in the botanical gardens feeling refreshed, reinvigorated, with their limbs rather attached. Which means poor Rory, because he decided to run away. Oh well.
Does the damage heal?
Beg your pardon?
Does the damage heal?
Yes, your damage will heal.
Okay.
I choose to point out that ordinarily, when something says it is unhealable, that is entirely true, unless you're dealing with the arc sphere of life.
Right.
All right, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene in Darkness in Dublin. Have a pleasant evening.